Nate the Skate here with Nate the Skate Films. I've got something going on today that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I wanted to show some people. I don't know, maybe somebody will be interested. But this is what I have. See this right here? That's an Ibanez Roadstar II from the 80s. I'm not sure exactly what year it is. It's an 83 or an 84, somewhere in there. But I had originally picked this guitar up from a neighbor of an old girlfriend. She lived next door to this guy, and I just happened to be in the backyard having a cigarette, and he comes walking through the backyard with just the body of that guitar, right? And I know a little bit about guitars at the times, and I saw it, and I was like, "Hey," I was like, "What'd you do? Did you break it?" He's like, "Oh no, that was ages ago when that happened. I'm just getting it back because it has, um, an EMG, in the bridge pickup or the high end." And he said, so I went and got it back from a friend. I was like, "Oh, all right." Well, I swear it was weeks later. Um, he comes and knocks on the door of her apartment, and asks me, you know, "Do you want to buy that guitar body you saw me with the other day?" And I didn't make very much money at the time at all, and told him, "Yeah, yeah, why, sure. I mean, well, what are you gonna want for it?" $25. I'm pretty sure that pickup is worth more than, $25. So he says, "Well, I'm hungry, dude." I said, "Well, I guess, I can understand that. Should have offered him more, but at the time, I didn't have anything really extra past the $25 mark. So I was like, screw it, I'll buy it from him." And, I really liked it for, a variety of reasons. For one thing, hopefully you can see it, that bridge system. If you really take a good look at it, you know, it was just different. You don't really see that, and it had one of the push-in style, tremolo bars on it, which, you know, I don't like the screw-ins. I think that's incredibly annoying to have to deal with. And not to mention, this guitar is heavy. I mean, compared to a normal Strat, I swear it weighs more. I've never compared them, but I love heavier bodied guitars. I can't stand anything that has a lot of neck dive. This one, was as heavy as my Les Paul, it felt like. So I loved that about it. And these tuning keys, or not tuning keys, excuse me, the strap buttons. The strap buttons were, hold on, I'm trying to get a good angle here. Let me get out of the light. The strap buttons, there you go. They're that weird like V shape. And if you face them in the right direction, your guitar strap is never falling off. You don't have to worry about one of the snap-in systems, the lock system, excuse me. So I thought that was an incredibly cool feature. And what I wound up doing, I bought an old, I bought a really cheap Excel Stratocaster, guitar from a friend for like, gosh, I think I paid her $60 for the guitar. And I took the neck off of it, bought some new Fender tuning keys. I think all of them are Fender. No, actually, only one is Fender. That's right. It's kind of a hodgepodge of tuning keys, but they work okay. I took this piece of duct tape and kind of borrowed the L from Excel and put my last name as the brand. I was 18 years old. And, it was okay. It played decent, but I noticed that I had mounted the neck a little funny, and then I realized the neck didn't quite fit this guitar. I mean, it works okay, but I always wanted to find an original Ibanez Roadstar II neck from the 80s, the maple neck, the light wood, to throw on here, so it looks like kind of what it looked like when it was brand new. I mean, I stuck all these stickers all over it because I got it with a whole bunch of stickers on it that I really didn't care for too much, and took them all off and replaced them with a whole bunch of bullshit nonsense on it. But this is the whole reason I'm making this. I bought a neck for it. It's in that box. You probably saw the box sitting there and probably had a good idea of what I was getting at. But I'm going to go ahead and crack this box open. I can't wait to look at this thing. Alright, so let's get this thing cracked open. Here's the box cutter. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm so excited for this. I've had this guitar, let's see, I want to say I got that in 06, and I've wanted an original neck for it since I've had it. Now that I'm about to finally unbox it, I am just ridiculously pumped about it. Oh, here it is. Here it comes. PO'd about, because back when I bought this guitar, I remember seeing a neck for it. Oh, hold on, I'm going to shut up because I think I got it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Original neck. Got the original tuning keys on it too. I love that. Yeah, I think. So yeah, you know, very nice shape. You know, not in the best of shape. I mean, it does have some fret wear on it here and there, but I mean, the string nut and the bullet, you know, truss rod in it, which is always a sign of an 80s guitar, I've learned. I never knew that, but a little bit of rust around the tuning keys. Probably switch to the other camera and see if I can show you better. Yeah, there you go. You got a little bit of pitting going on around the edges there, but I mean, that is replaceable. But I mean, there's a few dings in it. I mean, this thing is from 80, this is an 83 neck. That I did figure out. He pointed that there is some fret wear right there, which, I mean, I probably can fix, but I mean, this thing is in excellent shape. He wasn't kidding. And what I was trying to explain earlier is that I saw a neck like this once when I first got the guitar for $15. And I looked at it, maybe it was $100, I don't know, but it was significantly less than what I paid for it now, and it was the only one I could find. So finding one that's in this good of shape, good fucking luck. Pardon my French. But I'm going to put this on. I'm actually going to hit up safely, you know, curbside, hit up my local music store. I'm going to send him some pictures of this and see if he can't get me some new nuts, and so I can clean this up. So, but yeah, no, that's it. And you know, one more shot at the guitar, and you'll see what it looks like right now, and you'll see it when I put it together. Here we are. Time is now to tear this down. First, I'm going to take off the strings. Get all that. Got a new pack ready to go right here. Yeah, so let's start tearing this down. Thing that I wanted to quick mention, if you saw earlier when I was videotaping the neck plate that actually came on my guitar, it had a bunch of sticker residue on it, adhesive from a sticker. I took some xylene, wiped it down and broke down the sticker glue, and then wiped it down with denatured alcohol, and boom, it is clean as a whistle, just like the other one. I went back and forth on this. I didn't know which neck plate to put on there. Do I put the plate on that came on the neck, or the original one that came on the guitar? I'm thinking probably do that. So yeah, I'm going with the one that actually came on the body. So yep, neck is off. Let's do the next step here. Now would you look at that? Now that is the way it was intended to look. Minus the stickers, but hey, whatever. Alright, cool. Yep. And also, just to give you an idea, all that gunk on these washers, you know, that go around the tuning keys right there, you know, the guy, the local music store, Mike Carey's Music, shout out Mike, gave me a container of this stuff, which is, I mean, it's cymbal cleaner. Apparently works really good for polishing up chrome hardware like this, so I'm gonna get all these cleaned up. That's gonna take a while, so I'll be back. Just wanted to make a point, you know, all this rust underneath these things, you know, because I got them right out of the, you know, all that crap all around those holes right there. I'm gonna get all cleaned up because I'm actually pretty pumped. Mike Carey, good call on the cymbal cleaner. I mean, it just, I mean, they're not perfect, but I mean, they're as good as they're gonna get. I mean, it's great, and this is actually like stuck together. Ugh, I can't even get this, you know, apart, so we'll see if I can knock it loose with the cymbal cleaner, see what happens. Okay, so quickly, the results with the cleaner. Now, these two were just too far gone. The rest of them, you know, are definitely cleaned up really good, and most of the gunk around the tuning key holes, the cymbal cleaner actually took off, and I don't really think it did anything to the guitar, so, you know, just to show you those results, I'm going to get those all put back on, and let's get her strung.
Said we were even, but I had to wait till I stopped breathing. Oh, later, the jukebox is damaged, the faces is thin. Said we were even, but I'd have to wait. Hey, Eagle, hey, Eagle, hey, Viva and rock and roll!
All right, she is all restrung. I am so excited right now. But I'll tell you one thing. As soon as I put these strings on, tightened them up a little bit, I saw that action and went, oh my god. If my, you know, fingers wanted a tight wire to dance on, because it's getting nowhere near the frets with it like that, so I'm just gonna have to take a small Allen wrench and adjust the bridge, because I adjusted it a long time ago to go with the neck that was on it, but now that I put this one on, I honestly think that I need to set the bridge to where it originally was, so I'm gonna do that right now.
Raindrops make marbles, I mix the drinks. Your daughter's on the marbles, but I know what you really.
There you have it. Completely set. Everything is good now on this thing. The action now is just awesome. Every string set exactly where I like it, and there were just a couple details that that I don't think I actually got too into at the beginning of this when I was telling you all the things I liked about it. I like the way these are cut. The cutaways are a slightly different shape than a Stratocaster on both sides. You can see it cut weird a little bit there. And if you notice the pick guard, like there's actually a prime example. It has more of a base pick guard on it with the cord jack right in the front, rather than on a normal Strat you got the strap cord jack right down there at the bottom, and it goes in at an angle, which is cool. Like, I don't dislike that, I actually really love that, but the fact that this was a 6-string and had a jack right there, and this thing, I can't remember what they call that. It has something to do with the pickups, but I had this guitar once overed by Mike Carey's, and probably not even a year ago, and everything was reset. Like, I'm pretty sure these didn't need to get replaced, but there was something wrong here, and I think there was a wiring issue in the pickup somewhere, but this still seems to do nothing. And I watched a review last night of a guy playing one of these, and he said the same thing. He goes, it's completely useless, it does nothing. I can't remember what it's called, but I mean, just look at that. I mean, that is great. I'm tuning this thing up right now. Let's see how she sounds. All right. All turned up, ready to go. Check this out. really nice. Pac-Man song. See what we get in distortion. Ooh. EMG pickup in it, you know, that high-end one that's not stock on this guitar. I like that EMG. Jesus. Alright, you get the idea.